You honestly got that slang on point, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Huh? Damn, bro.
What's up, bro?
It's been a while since our last pod, man.
Yeah,
We need a fucking bigger studio, man.
Man, we need that 3-seater, that 3-4 seater.
3-4 seater would be nice.
We need that. We need to get out that coupe and we need to hop in that big body.
Not even just to have more people, bro. But like, look at us, bro. Like we're
some big ass dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, fucking Alex was over there in Austin talking about we the biggest Mexicans he ever seen. I'm like, bitch, I'm half. Remember that.
Remember that shit. Shout out to A Curry, AC.
AC, I guess. He's still a little boy. He really be saying that because he's so damn short, bro. He mad because he ain't get the good genes.
Damn, bro. So what's been up, man? What's been up?
Bro, just living, bro. We've been doing a lot of traveling. Huh?
Low key, yeah. We went to Vegas, like almost a month ago? Damn near a month ago. And then we just got back from Austin about literally this week. We left last Thursday, and then we were supposed to come back Sunday. Shit, we ended up staying like fucking 2 more days.
Fuck.
But I mean, that's just what happens, bro. That's why I wanna get to a point where like if you end up like, for example, like we kind of had other responsibilities we had to tend to. We just kind of like maneuvered shit, but like
right.
I want to be able to do that type of shit, but like not even sweat it. Like, oh, we just stay 2 extra days. Like it's not even like we could work out here type shit. You know,
definitely.
That'd be like the ultimate fucking goal. But nah, nonetheless, it was a fun ass trip.
Had a great time out there, bro.
That fucking boat video was lit too.
It was a little song.
Yeah.
It was dope. I mean, it captured the moment, but it was just like even the video doesn't compare, bro. It was a fun time out there. It was dope.
For sure. You know what I actually really like is we should start doing that with the reels. Is the fact that like you wrote a message, like that shit was actually like really like
it's major.
It's huge because you like it's not like just we're out there like just fucking drinking and having fun. Like we actually took something from that experience and like
most definitely.
And the fact that you shared it is like I think people fuck with that, and I sure did, dude. I actually really like that.
Yeah, bro. I think we should actually start doing more of that, just so people don't just like fuck putting out the surface level shit, bro. Like we gonna let you know what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Like what's really going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna put you a little bit more behind the scenes, even though the video might not show everything, but at least I'm gonna tell you, right? So yeah, bro. It was a good experience, bro. I needed Austin, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely enticing to definitely travel there more.
You want to move, huh?
I do, bro. Honestly, and I've been thinking about it though. Like, it's not that El Paso isn't like a pretty good like a dope city. I think it's pretty cool, and like our family's here obviously, and we got a lot of friends and just connections, and it's definitely growing. That's for sure.
Yeah, a lot.
But at the same time, like I don't know, just a part of me feels like I don't know, just when you travel and like you go and experience different places and just kind of get off on your. I mean, I still live at home, bro. So like, I just feel like going out and exploring different places, especially like in my early 20s. Like, I just think it'd be important to just learn different lessons and just gain you perspectives and experiences.
For sure, bro. Like, bro, traveling is honestly so dope, and I was a little green to just traveling, bro. And ever since we went to Vegas this last time, like I think I'm hooked, bro.
Yeah,
like, I want to start going everywhere.
Yeah, and a lot of people think like we went to Vegas and like I mean we partied in Austin too, but like there's definitely like the nightlife, which is fucking dope as hell. But like people discount the fact that like we've like the people we meet on these trips and like just talking to people, making connections. Like
definitely,
I don't know, it's just big, bro. I think it's just there's definitely a lot more you can take from it than just like going out and drinking and shit. Like definitely establishing just different connections and meeting people, and yeah, man, definitely got to do more traveling for sure.
What's next?
Shit, bro. In the near future, for sure, I think Dallas. If you're trying to go to the fucking
Dallas is definitely like my top 3 list right now for next trips. How do you feel about Atlanta, bro?
I was just about to say that we definitely need to make a trip out there, bro.
Yeah.
At some point, like maybe like end of December. Maybe like what if we hit it for like fucking kicking. New Year's or some shit, or like just something, bro.
For sure, definitely, bro.
Yeah, man. So obviously this is the MVP if you haven't tuned in already, and Sorry. This is James Curry, who's been on here twice. And we definitely want to make this...
You motherfucker. Get it right.
Twice before. This is your third.
Okay.
Actually, no, 3, but the first one we did fucking...
Yeah,
I
rerun.
lost it, bruh.
Yeah.
We totally lost
the
everything.
fucking best footage out there.
Yeah, that shit was pretty fire. But we move on, you know. So, yeah, this is the third one. And we definitely want to do these more regularly together, especially just because the last one, I feel like... I don't know, I feel like we kind of feed off each other very well. I mean, we know each other very well, and we can conversate, and we tend to oppose each other on a lot of different things. Like, even though we're very similar, we also, like, a lot of our views are a little bit different when it comes to just certain things, and it can be very interesting and honestly just very productive, in my opinion.
I mean, so far, bro, we've been pretty cordial, but I mean, I know there's gonna be an episode where we just go off.
Probably, bro. It could be this one. But
we'll see.
So I'm Diego Ramirez, and this is episode 13. And today we're actually gonna do. Last time we did a Q&A, we're gonna do the same thing. So I put out a poll for you guys to send me in questions, and we're gonna try to get through as many of them as possible. And if we don't, we're going to try to cover them in the next episode. And so I want you guys to know that next time I put out a poll, definitely just respond, man. I'm open to different... I know a lot of y'all saw that shit. So just like, I'm definitely open to literally anything, whether it's personal, whether it's not, whether it's just situations and just different topics to talk about. But yeah, man, let's hop into some of this shit, man. I also have we got to start off with a strong one. I also have some questions from the last one we did, bro. Let me see if I...
Yeah, pull some of those over, bro. Let's make this a little spicy today, bro. Let's get you know what I'm saying? Let's get a little deep in this one today. Maybe we need some Casamigos to get a little loose.
Dude, that Casamigos is crazy.
Maybe we need some Casamigos to get loose. Maybe we might get a little more honest, a little more blunt.
Ooh, this is pretty juicy, bro. We could start off with the relationship shit right off the fucking bat.
Which one?
All right, no, I have one. You don't have it, but
okay.
So as you know, this is for those of you who tuned in. We definitely do a lot of mental health. That's kind of what I like to revolve the show around. But I definitely think we definitely have some good perspectives on just other aspects of life, whether it comes to like just friendships. Honestly, like my boy Curry right here, like. His insight into a lot of the relationship shit and dating is like, I think is pretty good.
It's alright.
I'm sure some people would beg to differ. But
yeah, they might be like, he don't know shit.
Yeah, this fuck boy right here.
Don't do that. Don't blast me like that, bitch.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man. So, but honestly, for whatever reason, it's the relationship and dating like topics that usually get the most like.
I mean, bro, we're in 2023, dog.
Yeah.
Dating has never been like so different.
You think a lot of people feel like it's fucked up,
bro? It's
like,
fucked up easily, bro. Easily, bro. Back in the day, the game was in person, and you know what I'm saying. There was no scoping out your person unless you saw him, bro. Nowadays, the access is crazy.
But we have nothing to compare it to. Like that's why like sometimes I'm just like, is it though? Like, is it harder? Like,
I believe so, bro. I think there's just too much like temptation. It's too easy to just like scroll through your feed and like just see options, bro.
Yeah, that definitely is a thing. It's
like it's crazy.
Literally limitless and numerous options that were previously unavailable to certain people.
Right.
It was mainly just like you were kind of.
You're
kind of beholden to like the people in your immediate circle or people you saw in your hometown
it was work, it was the corner store, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was Walmart type shit. Like it was the grocery store.
People were shooting the shots and fucking
like straight up. That's the only shot you had. Yeah, that's it.
Because you might never see them again, bro.
But Instagram, bro, you tapped in.
Yeah,
bro, I know where she's at this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm pulling up. You know, anything, bro, anything.
Yeah,
like
it's
never been like this, bro.
All right, so should we just dive into this shit, bro?
Let's dive in.
All right. This is from actually Jacob, one of my old clients. Is it okay to have friends of the opposite sex that you talk with regularly when you're in a long-term relationship or married? So in this case, like we could say like, is it okay to should like best friends? Like, is that a thing? Like, is that a
the opposite sex?
yeah? Is that can that be problematic in a relationship?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's possible to have friends though, but like I also think in this generation, bro, like so many people would be like insecure to even be okay with something like that. Like the odds of that I feel like are really low, but I feel like I've seen it like before. Maybe.
So do you think that you don't think that
I mean,
a
maybe
female
like
you don't think that like a female
and
and like a men and women friend can have a complete like a
Like
really
a
good friendship, but a completely what's the word they can have a completely platonic relationship like
yeah, I think so, bro. But I mean, obviously, I think it's also like really rare. Like, I think the odds of that are substantially like slim, but I think it can
I don't
be
think
done.
it's slim.
Really?
But I think it's more about the other partner than anything.
I mean, what do you mean?
It's more about the other partner's perspective
being,
and
being okay with that.
And yeah.
Being able to accept that. And that's the thing is like in this day and age, bro, I think it's hard to accept something like that and to believe that it's just a friendship, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Would you be okay with that? I always gotta put you on blast, bro, because it's like you say it's easy said and done, bro. Till it's your ass sitting in the hot seat, bro.
No,
like,
no, for sure. Like yeah, I think because I have like, bro, but like real shit. Like I have really good girl like friends, bro. Like really good girl best friends that I know like, I know that we're super close, but it would, at least from my perspective, it would never go past that. Like just because we're so locked in and we're like, yeah, it's just like that. Definitely. And so if it's okay for just my perspective, if it's okay for me to have that, then like of course I should be able to accept my partners. You know, like at the same time, like I haven't been in the situation, so I can't say it would. I couldn't say it would be as easy as I'm saying it right now. However, I would like to think so. But
see, I like to play devil's advocate too sometimes, bro. And it's just like, how much can you take? Like, as long as you know they're not doing anything, like, can they just, you know what I mean? Like, talk at any given time. Like, obviously, like, for one, to talk every day, that's crazy. like, I swear, that's crazy. To me, that's crazy. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, y'all are not best friends. Y'all are not just friends.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. But I don't know. I think there needs to be, like, still, even then, like, even if it's, like, non-sexual or whatever, you would just say platonic, like there still needs to be boundaries as far as like just like the time and place of like certain things that, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, bro, they like I've seen situations where they prioritize like their best friend or whatever sometimes too, and it's like they can like I've seen them put their boyfriend or girlfriend second to their best friend. Yeah, like I've seen it.
Yeah.
So like that can be like that's crazy, but
yeah, it's definitely not black and white. I think there's a lot of different variables that go into this, and
right.
The thing is like at what point is it those boundaries that you're like you want to put up? How much is that like is insecurity, and like how much is that?
I mean, and a lot of it probably is insecurity, bro. Like. I mean,
but we all have insecurities.
Yeah,
that's
we
just
all carry
that's
that.
just facts.
Yeah, so it's like that's why I say it's so hard to like deal with that. But at the same time, I mean, like if you've kind of dug deep and you've dug through all your trauma and your baggage, and I mean, I can see it being okay, bro. Like once you've kind of matured past life and have grown like out of whatever it is that you like are insecure about. Yeah. But
I will say, if I'm being 100, if I'm being 100,
let's
bro,
keep it real, bitch.
Nah, like. It's definitely something I'd have to work through because like I'm just low key, like I'm probably low key. I think I'm a pretty jealous person when it comes to certain shit, bro. Not jealous, but like I definitely get. I mean, I think
we all carry.
I think it's pretty territorial. Like men are territorial when it comes to
for sure
certain shit, bro. But like at the same time, if like I think that's something you can work through because like even though you have those feelings, you have to really be. You have to be aware of them, and you have to be like aware enough to be able to like, all right, think like feel those feelings and think about like, all right, am I like, is it coming from an insecurity within myself? Like, am I tripping, or like, is this something I actually?
But also, you have to like, I think it's also very important that whoever like her best friend or whoever, like they have to establish like a bond in a relationship with you as well. Like I think they have to also, if y'all are serious, like I think they also have to gain your trust and respect as well. You know,
you know,
it's not
big.
it's not just like, oh, we're best friends and like me and you are like, you know, whatever. Like, nah, that's weird.
Yeah, no, that's big, bro.
In my
because opinion. I think it's big because like if you guys aren't cool, like the best friend and then the other significant other, like
yeah.
Then at that point, like, you're just choosing at that point, right? Because, like, that's a thing, right? Like, if y'all not cool, like, because then it's naturally going to turn into, like, oh, like, you're just going to, like, give him priority really, or me type shit.
For sure. Like, say you're laying in bed and fucking, hey, what's up, Josh? You know what I'm saying? That's fucked, dude. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, but I think, is there anything you want to else touch on? Or I think,
I mean, no, yeah. I mean, generally, bro, I would love to, like, be cool with, like, a scenario like that. But me personally, I don't know, bro. Like both. I've never had a girl that, like, was able to, like, believe I had girlfriends. Like
just girl best friends.
Yeah, like, they always got to assume the worst.
Did you?
I mean, yeah, I got a few, bro. I got a few, bro. Nah, bro. There's actually girls, though, that, like,
I would never, just legit cool with,
like,
bro.
I would never like choose or, you know, like, be on any type of, like, shit with them. Like,
are they attractive?
Probably not.
Oh shit.
Nah, for real though. Like, honestly, all of my friends are fucking pretty. So, like, yeah, they're pretty. Like, and there's just, like, certain people that, like, for one, bro, like, certain relationships are just, I think, better kept as friends. Cause
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, dealing with them, like, on that relationship type level is just too much sometimes. Like, they just don't fit you. You know what I mean?
I agree, for sure.
It's just cooler to keep them as homegirls.
Yeah, I actually got a question off the top right here that I remember.
Yeah.
Or you could choose one.
No, I'm listening.
All right, D-Lu, from Tokyo. D-Lu said, D-Lu asked, would younger you or little you be proud of you right now?
Today.
Yeah.
That hits hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I mean, if I'm just, like, speaking, like, from a realistic standpoint, like, just being a kid and kind of being ignorant, like,
wait, let's establish how far are we going back? Like, are we doing, like, recently or like
what do you mean, like 10-year-old, like, past you when he said
I'm talking like in the last, like, 5 to 10 years.
He said little you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I would say little you is like, okay, maybe 13.
Okay, yeah.
Or 15, maybe.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Like,
but little you could also be like high school you, bro. Like,
I mean, I guess that's little you.
Let's go because
I mean, if you're gonna say high school you, that's like a whole different.
Let's go high school because I think that's more relevant.
Shit, bro. I don't know, like,
of the person you are today, the man you are today.
I mean, just me being and thinking of who I was in high school, like, yeah, bro, I'd probably get along with myself, like, really well. Like, I'd probably definitely be proud and like, just on the outside looking in, right? Like, it would look like I'm doing good, and I would say I'm doing good, but not to say the least. And this is just me kind of knowing, because I'm hard on myself, bro. Like, I'm not where I want to be, but I do, like, just like, I would give myself some credit, bro. Like, I definitely would probably be proud of where I'm at today.
Yeah.
But me knowing who, like, you know what I'm saying, what's going on and stuff, I still feel like there's so much work to be put in, you know what I'm saying, so much growth to still be able to elevate and, you know what I'm saying, advance and shit. But
yeah. What about mentally? Do you think you'd be proud of, like, where you're at mentally and, like, just how you carry yourself and everything?
For sure.
I mean,
definitely.
I could ask that even just 2 years ago, like, when you went through what you went through, like,
I mean,
do you think you'd be proud of, like, you looking back, like, you'd be proud of yourself?
Yeah, bro. I've came a long fucking way. Like, I was down bad. So, I think I've worked through a lot of, like, the heavy hitting shit. Obviously we still have our moments that we got to just keep fighting and battling, but all that heavy hitter shit that, like, was really, like, you know what I'm saying, holding me down and was tough in life, I think I've been able to kind of move past that at this point, and I'm glad I'm over it, you know what I'm saying? It's tough shit, man.
Yeah.
But what about you, bro?
I think, like, damn, This is a deep ass question,
It's
bro.
very deep, bro.
Because
Let's
like
be honest.
I'm not even gonna
Let's
lie,
be
like I
honest.
actually get fucking emotional thinking about that shit.
I
Cause
mean,
like,
it is emotional, bro. Naturally, it was kind of hard for me to speak a little bit too. But
yeah, no, I think because not even just high school me, but like even literally just like last year me, bro.
yeah, you've come a long ways, right?
Bro, like I was literally in the worst condition like I've ever fucking
Right.
mentally. So
Yeah.
like I think for sure, I mean, there's definitely a lot of things like you said, I think we're very hard on ourselves
Right.
to the point where like sometimes it can get overwhelming, but at the same time, just overall, just mental health wise and being able to deal with certain things and um, kind of navigate through certain things in my own like life and internally,
Mm-hmm.
for sure, I'd be like 100% proud of myself. It's definitely hard to it's definitely hard to think about it like when you're in the moment, like right now, and like just kind of let that sink in. But I definitely think I would be because, like I said, like not even just a year ago, I was just like
Completely different place.
yeah, like it was to the point where I didn't even like I didn't even see like a future, like just like where I be at or just yeah. So it was for sure, and it's like night and day. So I think definitely if that answers your question,
That feeling, bro. That feeling that you have when you're like in that phase of life when you're just like you don't have a clear path of any type of future, like you don't know where you're going, you don't have a plan, like it's just one of those moments where you're just like there and like it almost even doesn't even feel like you're living, like you're like in this weird zone, right? Like at least for me that's how it kind of felt like.
Yeah,
it's deep, bro, and it's hard, and that's why I say, bro, like I would definitely say I'm proud of myself, and
yeah,
because just going through those times and in that experience, it was just like that shit, bro. Like for a little bit there, you don't think you're gonna make it past.
oh for sure, yeah.
Like you just like damn, like there's no end to this. Like when's it gonna stop? And yeah, man. But there is there is light at the end of the tunnel, man. You just gotta keep walking, just keep moving, keep going forward, bro.
For sure,
There's definitely light at the end of the tunnel.
yeah. And even like when you're in that moment, like I remember vividly like just certain things I felt like when I was going through all that shit, and it was just like a lot of it was kind of me making sure that I got to a better place for people around me.
Yeah.
I think that was big, like not even just for myself, but like
I mean, that was like the motivation, right?
yeah, like I think for a lot of people it could be because I was all like, bro, if I can't make it past this, like how am I just gonna be there for like my people and like just like yeah, that's just shit I was thinking about the whole time was just my family and like how am I gonna what would it look like if I just gave up type shit, like didn't power through it. So like that's the main thing, bro, and that's the thing to keep in mind is like when you're at your lowest, like it takes a lot of different things that could pull you out of that, and a lot of it's family at the end of the day and like just people around you. So but yeah,
bro, that was some tough times, bro.
Fucking D-Lou with the heavy ass question, man.
Yeah, there's definitely some tough times. We made it past, man, and you know, fucking God willing, we made it past that, man. But to anybody else going through it, man, like fucking just stay committed to yourself, man. Like just it's hard. It's gonna be a battle for a while, but there is light at the end of it. Just don't get discouraged, man, and just keep pushing. Just keep taking it one step at a time, and there is an end to it all, man. And it never completely finishes, but shit does get better. Trust me. The rain comes and you know the storm will settle. So and the sun will come back out. The sun will come again.
Yes, sir. You get to pick the next one, bro.
So I'm gonna actually just dive into a question that I was on FaceTime with Chris just like a couple hours ago, and he was getting his hair done.
Chris Bryant?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we gotta get
Yo, what's up, Chris?
We gotta get Chris on too.
Yeah, and so he was getting his hair braided, and the girl was saying, so she asked me, how did she ask me? She said, do you believe that minorities in America just like automatically have more mental health issues? Do they have like technically like more mental trauma, would you say, that is maybe like passed down like either genetically or just through like family trauma?
Family trauma.
Yeah.
Like
What's
stuff
your
you
take
like
on that?
like trauma you inherit like from like your grandparents and
Like just genetic shit, and like also like, you know, a lot of times, bro, like how do I say, like I guess you could say like your parents' trauma ends up translating to your trauma to a certain extent. Like whatever your parents were like paranoid and you know what I'm saying, hard on you about, and or whatever they kind of like did excessively, ends up kind of being like, and it's not always like this. Sometimes we do kind of capitalize, but that ends up being what's like you either lack in or like something you struggle in as well. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And so do you believe that minorities like automatically kind of have more of that? Because I mean, she kind of, the way she kind of put it was like a resources thing. Like, you know, a lot of times we're not like either educated enough or we don't even know how to, I guess, be aware enough to realize like, oh, this might be like something mental, and you know, I might just be dealing with something that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think when it comes to like trauma that like, let's just say your parent experienced like a certain event, like to say it like it immediately, or not immediately, but like it gets passed down to you as far as like you feel the effects of that. I don't know if that could be a thing, like, but I definitely feel like, first of all, like just certain mental health issues and like things that your parents struggle with or like your other like family members struggle with can definitely be passed down as far as like biologically, like as far as like anxiety or like just predisposition
Like just
to
genetically,
like genetic,
like
yeah, genetics, yeah, like just you being predisposed to like alcoholism or just shit like that. But when it comes to like other stuff being passed down, I definitely think that like for minorities, like it's definitely like especially like when it comes to like just being like like just in poverty and just like just going through certain struggles. I definitely feel like it is trauma that your parents
kind of
they carry around with them, but like to say it's like inherited, do you like biologically or genetically? I don't think so, but like the shit that like your parents carry with them, and like them like kind of carrying that on their shoulders and like just kind of voicing that, and like just you being around that, I think it's definitely a thing where like you just naturally kind of, how do you say it?
You just kind of pick up on
You
that.
kind of
too.
pick up on it, yeah, for sure. Like, so let's
And that
just,
just bleeds over on you.
yeah. So like whatever kind of just certain experiences, like your parents definitely, and like your grandparents or whatever, like it definitely they carry that with them. So like if you're just around that environment, you're naturally just kind of pick up on that yourself, you know, like
Right.
if that makes sense. It's kind of hard. It's I have an idea, but like it's just kind of hard to like
How would you
just
say,
kind of vocalize
bro?
it, you know?
How do you say, like, how would you say we should cope when we realize that, like, you know, our parents might not be good at something, or sometimes maybe even like our parents might have they might take a toll on our mental health at times, just like off of how they do certain things or how they handle certain situations or handle you, like over certain things that may bother them that they may not know how to really like handle themselves or voice like the right way, or like etc. You know, how would you say like we should cope with stuff like when there's like just certain toxic things like in the household that like you have to deal with?
Yeah. That's actually something that's a good topic, because we were talking about that like literally not too long ago, how like when we're growing up, we feel like we just see our parents as really can like do no wrong almost.
Right.
Like we just kind of take what they say for what it is, and like we just kind of follow that, you know.
Right.
But like once you grow up, you realize like your parents, just like anybody else, have so many flaws and like just so many different issues themselves that can like kind of be portrayed and passed down to you, and like you have you start having disagreements with your parents. So like I definitely feel like there's always that respect factor that you should always have, just because I mean they're your their elders, your parents, like they brought you into this world and like they raised you, and like obviously that might be not be the case for certain people, because certain people's their parents aren't necessarily in their life. However, like let's just say there's definitely shouldn't like just overall respect that you should carry for them, and like just when you're around them. But at the same time, especially like you're your own person, and you're definitely an adult, a grown up, and are you saying like how you handle those kind of like disagreements and stuff?
Yeah, like, how would you handle or cope with them?
I mean, at some point, like, because bro, I know so many people that because of like their parents are actually a main source of a lot of their fucking problems,
right?
Which is fucking like it's sad to think about, but it's definitely the case. Like I know you know people like that, like
yeah.
And I was just talking about the other day how like when it comes to mental health issues, a lot of people like don't even like can't even go to their own mom or dad for like just certain things that they're going through,
right?
And like that ends up kind of bleeding into other relationships for them, because then they kind of just are conditioned to feel like it's not even worth like sharing their like just their problems, and like just kind of reaching at like lending, like trying to reach out for help, because there's really never been anybody for them. So it's like it's not even doesn't even occur to them that they should, or they just think it's a burden out. Or like
right.
Yeah, what about you? Like how do you think that should be like handled with just like families? And because
I don't know, bro, like that's one of those hard things that like those are one of those topics and like situations that are really hard to deal with actually,
because there's so much love there too.
Yeah,
like
it's like a real, like it's like one of those love-hate relationships, and I could attain to that too, bro. Like when I was younger, like, you know, I hate to say it, but like shit, I damn near didn't like my dad for a little bit, bro. Like
yeah,
but now we're like fucking like this, bro, and it's just, I think it's just about being able to communicate with them, bro. Obviously, like both of you guys have to be at a certain like level to be able to like talk it out in a healthy way. If something in the household is like being toxic and affecting your mental health, but I mean, once you've tried like all like different approaches, and you know, trying to sit down and talk to them, or maybe trying to bond with them, and once you've tried all that stuff and you ran out of, you know, all of your options, I think the best thing to do is just to remove yourself from that situation and just kind of love them from a distance, you know. But
yeah, because at some point there is like all resources that are exhausted,
right,
when it comes to trying to better the situation,
right.
And sometimes it's like an ego thing, sometimes it's like I know
both of you guys have to be like at the right
yeah.
the right, you know, the right mindset, bro.
Yeah,
like if somebody's ego is inflated, y'all are gonna bump heads. Like,
or also like we were just talking about this, bro, like some people literally only know how to communicate one way.
Yeah,
and it's like it may be a way that you receive it as like offensive, or like just like you don't take it the right way, and like it's maybe the way they show love, and maybe the way they care, like, but for whatever reason it does not register to you that way. And
and so I think if you can't bring yourself to be able to accept it in that manner, like I think you still got to do what you got to do and like remove yourself from that situation. Like even though if you're mature enough to be able to take whatever they're giving you, and even though it might not be in a manner that you reciprocate with well, if you can at least like grasp like the true meaning of what they want to say, and you can kind of just kind of shift your mindset of like how they're telling you in your head to be able to just take it in like the least offensive way and not take it like so personal,
almost like a translator in your head. Like it's like fucking, all right, he just said like, what the fuck you doing, bro? Like just like, and then from that it's like, oh, he really just
loves me.
He just really cares, you know.
He just cares, and that's why he's tripping right now. Hey, it's a little, I'm not gonna say it's toxic, but like unfortunately that's just like, especially when it comes to parents and like just older people, like they're just so stuck in their ways a lot of times that you can't get them out of it, unfortunately.
I mean, they live that way for fucking 45 plus years, you know.
Yeah, right. So there's no getting them out of it until they're ready to get out of it, like, or learn from it, like, you know what I mean. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, bro.
Preach.
So if you can't come to like bring yourself to be able to accept it and not take it offensive and personal, and it's taking a toll on your mental health. I think you just got to do what you got to do, man. Remove yourself from the situation and leave.
Yeah.
You know, but
because there's always gonna be like, whether it's there's always gonna be someone who's can be there for you.
So I'm gonna double back on the question, bro. Since we're talking about this, why do you think we attach so much self-worth to like relationships?
Like our success in relationships and like how well our dating life or love life is going, or like
I think it can go into just any relationship. Like, I mean, maybe a relationship with like, I think it could be with anybody. Like, to me, I feel like anybody you just like, cause yeah, it could go along with like dating. It could go along with like certain family members.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody you really respect. It could be a friend. You know what I'm saying? A friend of yours, like
that you don't. Yeah. Why do we attach so much? I think there's definitely a lot of reasons. I think one of which is like, if you're not a lot of it can be like if you're not right with yourself at the end of the day. Like if you're not self-assured.
Right.
And that's actually one of the questions was what is self-assured to you?
Right.
And it's really like, it really just comes down to how confident you are as a person, and like in your abilities and who you are, and like you knowing who you are and knowing what you bring to the table and knowing your worth. Like a lot of it is that, but like naturally as humans, we're just going to feel a sense of like, we just want to be, at the end of the day, I think like we just want to be heard, and like we just want to be accepted for who we are. And so I guess when someone doesn't accept us as who we are, or that's how it's portrayed, I mean, that can be some of the worst, like, fucking pain, right? Like,
yeah, it's an emotional fucking downfall.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's who you are. And if someone who you really admire, someone who you really respect is not, like, receiving of you, or, like, just doesn't, like, is not maybe reciprocating that type of energy back, it could be a hit on your ego. It could be just a feeling of not being accepted, and nobody fucking likes that, you know?
Right.
Which
For
I mean,
sure. Almost like like a feeling of you not being enough, huh?
Yeah.
But
you are enough.
Most definitely
are enough.
Most definitely. But I mean, so do you think it's just like one of those things where, I mean, because obviously, right? Like if you respect somebody, like obviously you want to feel like they feel the same way towards you. Like, you know, if you admire somebody, obviously, like they don't necessarily have to admire you back, but you want to feel like they, you know, just appreciate your space. Like just can what's what I'm looking for, bro? Reciprocate like your energy, right? And I guess once that energy isn't reciprocated, like, or you don't feel like it's reciprocated in your like perspective, would you say like it's just something that we need to work on with ourselves and like just reassure ourselves, or would you say it's something that you kind of have to just like separate yourself from a little bit, like back off a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I think it's just some, like, at the end of the day, it's just when it comes back to ego too, because like if we didn't have such big like because every human has an ego, bro, and so like if we weren't so egocentric and like we weren't so worried about this, we'd be able to communicate a lot better with each other. And I think a big thing is like communication, like, because at the end of the day, like if, like, for example, you say, if you perceive it in that way, let's just say like they do, let's just say like if it's a romantic relationship, like they do have the same feelings towards you, or like if it's a work relationship or just whatever, they respect you, but like you don't feel that, some communication would help all of that, because it'd be just like you'd be able to kind of sift through that and just kind of manage that and really just kind of get to the bottom of things and just kind of know where you stand with someone, I think, at the end of the day.
So
but
do you think it's not, so you think we shouldn't place none of our self-worth on anybody else, or like on no relationships?
Well, I think it's impossible, because like,
I mean, it's just inevitable, right?
Yeah, because I mean, we're social creatures, bro. Like we want to, like I said, bro, I think we all want to have a sense of like we want to be loved and we want to be accepted for who we are as people. And if we didn't place any self-worth on that, then Like,
it's like we wouldn't care to be accepted.
I think you'd
by
be just
anybody,
like,
yeah.
I think you'd be fucking.
Like on some Joker shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You'd be a fucking sociopath. Like, you'd be fucking psychotic, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think that
sure.
because like naturally, like we kind of have to to kind of be successful and be like you want to be like being admired is a good thing. Like for saying to say that it's not.
I mean, in a way, it just you kind of just feel like proud that the people that you love like feel like the
Love
same
you
way
back,
back.
bro.
Yeah,
Like, yeah. Because like if you just literally like just sit there and you're like I love myself and that's it. Like you're not getting any sort of feedback from like the world and you're just kind of
just closed off to everything else.
Yeah. Right? So like definitely everybody has a sense of wanting to be like accepted, loved, admired. Not to say that's like you shouldn't be chasing that. I think when we get it caught up in like chasing that feeling and like kind of coming out of our own selves to
chase that
to get that,
yeah,
then I think that's when we definitely can be very unhappy.
Right.
So I think it's all a matter of like obviously we have to continuously work on ourselves and get to a place where like we're just optimized as individuals, whether it's in like spiritually, mentally, physically, like, but at the same time like you need to be comfortable with being in your own skin, I think, at the end of the day, and like just being okay with who you are and letting everything else like fall into place around you, because
naturally
that's what you can control, you know, at the end of the day.
For sure.
Yeah. What about you, bro?
I mean, no, I agree with you. That's like you hit it on the money, bro. That's a big thing, and that's like one that I've always kind of struggled with as a kid. Like growing up, bro, like I've always kind of placed a lot of self-worth, a lot of my own self-worth like on other people, bro, like, and it's kind of like a little bit, it can be victim mentality. But I was always like an emotional kid, bro, growing up. So like a lot of times, like for example, like when my dad was hard on me, bro, like for a little bit, I thought I wasn't shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just always like on my ass over grades, sports. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times I'd be hard on myself and I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think that's kind of why like you might seek, because I think I'm the same way, but I think it's weird because we have different upbringings. So like,
right.
But I think like that seeking that, do you feel like you seek validation because your dad just was like so fucking hard on you? You're just kind of always like looking for that just to make sure it's there, like
just to make sure I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
It's almost like I need it because I never really got it, bro. And I don't know. I'm not gonna say.
Or maybe you got it, but too much. You don't
validation?
Think? Not validation, but like you were just always. Someone was always like in your ear about something. Like always kind of like. Yes, it may have been not what you wanted, but like
you think that in its own, just him being in my ear was like validation.
In a way, I mean, he was there. Like he.
Bro, he was tough, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I could be totally fucking wrong.
But I guess you're right. I mean, looking back on it. Yeah, it's like, okay, he was there, like he did care, like it is validation now that I'm not like I don't feel the same emotions I did at the time, but like at the time, bro, like it wasn't validation because I took it personal. And
like you were never doing anything right.
Yeah, like I always felt like I was fucking up.
Yeah,
even when I wasn't doing like bad, bro. Like,
do you still feel like that? Like you're fucking up somehow, even if you're not?
Like kind of, yes. Like I'm not gonna say I feel like I'm fucking up, but I also feel like I was never like doing good even when I was doing good. So like even when I'm doing good, like I don't feel like I'm doing good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like so for example, bro, I could have good basketball games, like I could have good grades, but like, you know, one class slip into a B or a low B, and he would like get on me bad, like hard. And so because of that, I feel like I'm just naturally programmed now, like the smallest like fraction of like fuck up or like the smallest thing that like isn't on point, like I start to like look down on myself, like you're fucking up, like you're not doing good, or you know what I'm saying? Or if I'm chasing a certain goal and I'm like I don't feel like I'm on track, I'm just like, dude, like you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like like I start to feel really fucking guilty.
Yeah. And
like I'm really fucking up. But yeah, it's tough, bro. It's weird. Like, that's just some of the shit that I grew up, and that's kind of just how I'm programmed mentally.
Yeah.
So.
But it's kind of because I can come from the I'm from the same place. I'm coming from like with the same kind of like emotions and things I deal with, but I think I got there a completely different route because like my parents were always like they were there and they were always there, but like they weren't really vocal as far as like, for example, at games and shit. Like when did you ever hear like my mom or dad like fucking yelling and shit?
Would they ever tell you anything after the games? Like,
you know what, bro? It's like I get mad at myself because I didn't want to talk about games, bro. Like if they had something to say or like if they had something or like even if it was like good, bro, like I just didn't want to, like for whatever reason, whatever I was going through at the time mentally, like whatever mind state I was in, like I was just like fucking like closed off. I was actually very closed off as like just growing up, bro. Actually, now that I think about it.
It's weird.
It's kind of weird. Like I was very like even during high school, bro. Like you see my parents' relationship. Like we're so close and like my whole family's close. But like if I look back on it, bro, like I was so like to myself. Like they would try to conversate with me, and I was just like, either I'd get irritated or like I just didn't want to like. And I don't know where it's from, bro. But it was just like even if they said something good, I didn't believe it or I didn't like.
It's almost like you didn't like you just like you didn't believe it. Like it's like it didn't hold no weight really.
Yeah, and it's weird, but like that's just how it was. And even though they were there, and like they're the fucking I can't thank them enough for everything they've done. And like, but for whatever reason, it's just like I was very closed off.
What do you think it is that like in high school, like makes us like that, bro? Is it like do we just have too much going on mentally that
I guess it's a teen. Maybe it's because I think it's a teen thing where we're just kind of.
We're just focused on so much other shit, like keeping up with that. That ego is really talking to you in high school.
For sure. Actually, like biologically too, like in psychologically, because I remember taking a psych development class, and we go through the stages as a baby, as a fucking toddler, all the way through adolescence, and like that stage during high school, bro, is like insane. Like our dopamine levels and like just our fucking emotions are just fucking. It's like a roller coaster, bro.
For sure.
Like we even get pleasure from heartbreak, and like we get pleasure from like dopamine and shit from like anything, bro. From like doing stupid shit, like just. So I mean, that's why a lot of like during high school, bro. I know you know that shit, motherfucker.
That fuck shit, man.
That bullshit.
Yeah, dude. High school was fun. Like, well, it was fun.
It was I think for you it was fun.
I mean, it was fun and it was fucked, bro. Like I got some fucked up memories too that I don't even want to think about.
Yeah,
dude. Fucking when I went to Andrews to work out with Chris today, Gully brought up the.
Did you see Coach Gene?
I see Gene. He's out of town. I saw Coach Gully, and he brought up that Amarillo game our senior year, bro.
What was he saying?
Nah, he was just like, man, we had them motherfuckers about 20 points at the half, man. I was getting ready for the next game, man. I was like, shit, I was too, cuz.
Yeah, that's why we fucked up, because y'all was fucking...
Shit, man. Yeah. Everybody was shook. Everybody.
Shook to the fucking core, bruh. It was bad.
It was so bad. I feel like the coaching staff was actually shook as fuck, too.
Oh, for sure.
Like, those are one of those games where we needed to ride Lewis on that bench. Yeah, that shit, bro. It was a motherfucker, bro. That was not a good memory, but hey, shit happens, bro. Like for whatever reason, bro, I look back and I'm like, that had to have happened for some reason. Like there has to be a lesson in that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
it has to be.
There has to be like,
because if not,
what I look back on is just like how the season played out and like, you know, what we did that whole season. And I guess like to me, it's just like you have to put in the work and you got to be fully like bought into something to like reap the rewards, or else you'll fall short. That's kind of what I took from it.
For sure. Damn, bro, we always find a way to fucking rehash this shit, bro. Cause it's just deep. I would, bro.
Like, this is why we traumatized.
I will.
Hey, these females be making fun of us because we be talking about our glory days, but that shit is real life trauma,
bro. What? Like, it should be though, bro. Like, think about how much time was invested into.
For sure,
bro. And like, I can literally sit here and say, bro, I was not mentally okay for like at least a month, bro. Like,
nah, for sure.
Because it just fucked with me, bro. Like, that was my entire fucking life up to that point, and like we just fucking like that was my last, like, yeah.
And then we fell short so ugly, bro. It wasn't even like Like we fell short so fucking
Yeah,
ugly.
that's why I want to do great things, because I need to make up for this shit, man.
That shit fucked up.
I actually have another question off the dome. I think this is from a couple different people. Actually, we kind of got the same sort of question from two different people, so we definitely need to answer that.
Read it twice.
Nah, I'm just gonna kind of word it the same way, but I'm gonna tag both of them. So
we should make reels where like you put like the question and it's like
yeah, we should,
and then like we'll like make the reel of like addressing that question.
Yeah. So this is from Andy Valise.
Yeah.
This is actually one of my friends from the gym. One of the OGs from the gym. He goes to Anytime. And he asked, and from my cousin Brooke, you know little Brooke, right?
Oh yeah.
She goes to A&M, and shout out to Brooke. Love you, Brooke. You're always with the banger questions, Brooke. I appreciate it. How do you think spirituality can become more involved in today's mental health issues?
Okay.
So that's what Andy asked, and then Brooke said, do you think it's important to have a relationship with God, especially when dealing with mental health struggles? So I guess those go hand in hand. So
yeah,
how do you think spirituality comes into play with like when dealing with mental health issues?
I think it's massive, bro. Like I think it means the world, because I mean all spirituality really is I mean like it's more like it's a deep rooted thing, bro. It's like it plays into like meditation, and it plays to just like tuning in with the world, bro. Not necessarily God. I wouldn't say spirituality is associated to God, but I mean it's definitely like associated to just like the energy in the universe, and more so in that realm, which I think it all goes hand in hand at the same time. But you know, like dude, meditation to me, like I think that shit works, bro. Like I really do. I think controlling your breathing, I think.
Do you think meditation and spirituality go hand in hand?
For sure. Yeah, like dude, like monks and all that shit, like they meditate, bro. Like, and they're like, you know, they meditate for sure, bro. And it's like aligning your chakras, bro, being in balance with like within life. And meditation and spirituality to me is all about having control of like your inner self, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Controlling your conscious and being in control of the internal aspect of yourself, right? Like your soul, which I think is major when it comes to mental health, because that's really what's driving us. Like that's really what's driving us. Like driving a lot of our problems is like your soul is part of that, bro. Like your consciousness and just how like you're trained to think. And I think when you practice spirituality, you naturally start to like rewire your brain and how you think and how you just kind of operate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. I think, yeah, I agree with all of that. I also think that more than anything, like just because I mean, me and you go back and forth on like spirituality and like
for
religion
sure.
and shit.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's a place for it. And especially when it comes to mental health, like what it really does is get you present, and it gets you aligned in the present moment, and really just kind of brings you back to the practices that are put into place when you are kind of trying to practice like spirituality and like everything. It really, what it's doing is trying to ground you and try to get you in the present moment, because so much of our life is spent not past. Here, bro. It's spent just in our heads and thinking about the future, thinking about past.
Yeah, we're either reflecting or looking forward instead of just appreciating the now.
Yeah.
And that's all spirituality is, right?
Yeah, it's really just really just putting your like trying to get yourself as present as possible, and that's what meditation is. That's what a lot of these like practices are, and more than anything, I think for sure, aside from like the practices and stuff, I think spirituality and like just believing in God or like a higher power, I can say from a personal standpoint that like even though like we go back and forth on like spirituality, like I like to play like devil's advocate and shit, and like I still feel that in my toughest moments, I just, even though I don't necessarily practice any sort of religion or like specific like spiritual beliefs or anything.
We get it, you don't believe in God, bro.
No. I still, that's naturally what I turn to when I'm trying to get through something, bro. Like I'm always looking, like when shit's really hard, like it's almost like you feel like you have no choice but to like kind of look for something that's deeper and kind of
bigger.
Yeah, like trying to not call out, but almost like feel like you need guidance from something other than yourself.
More powerful, more.
Yeah, and so
yeah,
I just think in that aspect, it can definitely
something
help.
More divine.
It can definitely help get you out of certain places that are very low and not good. So I definitely think those mental health and just spirituality. Yeah, I think those two are big and go hand in hand. So
I think that's one of the best ways to actually like get out of mental health like illnesses, bro. Like besides maybe medication, like I think actually focusing on like the now and being able to ground yourself, bro, is like some fucking. I think that's major. Yeah. Like I think that's so important, and
it's just hard when there's so much fucking going on in your life, dude.
Yeah, like, bro.
It takes discipline, which it's just, it's just so much fucking hard, bro.
Once you can get there, bro, like it's so powerful.
Yeah,
like it's so powerful. Like you'll always deal with shit, but you'll never fall too low if you can stay disciplined. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's like, the key, bro.
Bro, like we've all met people that, like for whatever reason, even if like you guys aren't like the closest, you know people where you come around and they're just like almost like they're so. Do you feel that they're grounded and like even just being around them, really like you feel like present. At peace, and like I think that's a very
and like, vice versa, bro. You can feel when a lot of people like when other people got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, like they got chaos in their lives and like
very anxious
for sure.
Like you feel that shit too. So like you also got to be aware of like who, like when you're going through like very difficult shit, man, you got to pay attention to who you're around, like what you're putting yourself in. Like my best advice, like you have to really isolate yourself, man. Like you got to really tune in with yourself, like, cause as long as you keep distracting yourself or putting yourself around like, you know, environments or around people that just carry a lot of chaos, like that baggage is gonna be too deep to handle, like, and they're just gonna bring more baggage upon you. You're not gonna be able to focus on what you even got going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's also very important. Like when you're going through these tough times, like you gotta isolate yourself. You gotta remove yourself from these toxic situations, these petty situations with girls and, you know, everything. You gotta literally remove yourself and just deal with you for a while, man. Just focus on yourself.
The saying I like is like, or I put it as like retreating back into yourself.
Yeah.
Like when you feel like shit is like just kind of all over the place, there's chaos in your life, there's just different things going on that like you feel like you have no control over. Like the best thing I think you can do is don't like cut yourself off from like everybody and everything, but you definitely have to just spend a lot more time with yourself, because I think you just need to sift through a lot of the shit that is bothering you at the end of the day. And like, think about it, bro. Think about how many of us do not actually think about, really sit and like ponder and like just contemplate a lot of the shit that we're going through. Like we never give ourselves the time to kind of just let ourselves just kind of like process it, bro. I think that's why people just carry this years and years of just like subconscious fucking like baggage and just like trauma, because like we really just don't sit back and actually just process all this stuff. So the big bro Keanu, you know Keanu, fire ass DJ.
Oh, the one from he was at Dirty,
bro. Yeah,
he's dope, bro. That like the. Dude, he plays some lit music, bro.
Big bro, shout out to Keanu.
I fuck with it heavy.
Shout out to Keanu. He said, "What do you do?"
Hey, do you mind if I sit forward like this, bro? Is this weird?
Or
do you want me to sit back?
Just sit back. Just because I'm not sure how the camera looks with it.
The camera looks good. It's on me right now.
All right. So Keanu asked, "What do you do in your me time? Non-work related, bartending, editing, etc." Who? Bartending. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's work related. Bartending, editing. Okay.
Yeah. So what do you do away from work, basically? Yeah.
Bro,
get drunk as fucking.
No, honestly, bro, like that's kind of sad because that's all I fucking do, bro. Like, no, like, and not even just like, dude, I'm some real shit, bro. Like,
no, honestly,
I think, I would say for sure gym is like that takes up a good amount of my time outside.
Work, right?
Outside of work. And then even just, you said editing as a part of like working. Honestly, editing, I do edit for work as well, but when I get the chance, I really like to edit really just my own like little like travel content and just really just lifestyle like reels and stuff. I wish I definitely had more time for that, because not that editing isn't fun for me, but those I have like the most fun with, and like
sure.
I consider that like definitely some leisure time for me when I get a chance to like edit like a reel or like a travel vlog or some shit, you know.
Yeah.
Did you loosen it, motherfucker?
I don't know, bro. I'm so paranoid from that one
Bro.
time, bro. I don't even know.
That's good. Does it feel tight?
Yeah, it feels tight. Stiff to move, bro. Like,
You just gotta loosen it a little bit.
yeah, dude. Ever since that day, dude, I'm fucking PTSD.
Yeah,
Like,
but yeah, gym for sure. And then honestly, I just spend like I try to kick it with the fam. Like I like to spend when I get a chance. I really like to spend time with my godson, my nephew. He's fucking dope, bro.
That's dope.
What else? Yeah, gym. Honestly, I wish I was able to cook more, bro. Like
That'd be amazing. That's what skill
I want. I really love cooking, and like I just don't really get a chance anymore. But also you can make time for a bunch. But I will say there's definitely a lot of time I could make for, or a lot of things I could make time for that I'm just not currently doing. But yeah, how about you? What do you do in your me time?
Oh God, bro. I mean, I'm at a point in my life right now where like my me time is so limited. I mean, just like kind of how you said, bro. Like one of the major things that takes up my me time is the gym, bro. Like that's major. I think it helps me a lot to be able to kind of like de-stress and kind of let go of like all the buildup throughout the day that you receive.
You think it'd be even possible for you to be in a romantic relationship at this point in your life?
No,
Impossible.
no. I really think it'd be like almost impossible, bro. Like, and if I like, it'd be literally impossible because I would literally at that point I'd have no me time.
Yeah.
Because that's work, and the fact that I'm traveling, it's like I'd have to put in double time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see me cut up anytime soon. I ain't gonna lie. And bro, like even like people like already know, bro. Like anybody I've talked to, you know, like I've already been told like certain things like about, you know, like I've asked for like women's opinions and stuff. Like, would you ever date a man like long distance or shit like that? And they're like just off the rip, like if I knew you and I knew you traveled for work, like no.
Yeah.
Like fuck no. That's and then even then, like yeah, like I already see, like I don't even see myself like being able to put that much time or work into something because I'm already so limited, bro. Like I barely get me time.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't even feel like I get enough me time. So
yeah, that's a good point.
You know, it's hard, bro. But other than that, bro, I try to read as much as I can. You know, like by the time I get like my me time is literally like maybe like especially on a work day, it's like maybe 4 hours, bro.
Yeah.
Like 4 to 5 hours. So 2.5 is already at the gym.
Yeah.
Another hour is like food
Mm-hmm.
and showering and shit like that.
Yeah.
Dude, like after that you got like an hour left, an hour and a half, 2 hours at most to read a book. You know what I'm saying? Do some extra work, like some freelancing, or not freelancing shit, but just like, you know, like work on some content or plan ideas, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. It's
yeah. Shout out to Keanu though, man.
yeah,
And
but me time is definitely important for mental health, like,
for sure.
Because if you don't do those little small things, eventually, like, you will feel like you're like suffering.
Yeah.
Me time is definitely important
for sure. Mr. Call Him Curry. This one you gotta answer, my guy.
They've been calling me Curry.
But yeah, you gotta get on it. This is your type of fucking. This is your
question, man.
Yeah, this is your fucking expertise, I will say. So, but how can we rework our mentality when it comes to spending money? Shit, bro. Honestly, at this point,
fucking question.
At this point, bro, you're young. Might as well spend that shit while you got it. You
that's
feel me?
my mentality. I mean, shit.
No, like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to this, like, I'll be the first one to tell you. Like, I'm not. First of all, I'm like, it's not like I'm bad with money. I'm pretty conservative, but when it comes to that type of shit, it's definitely secondary for me, which it shouldn't be, but it's
what's secondary?
Like just like
saving
money. No, just money in general, bro. Like not that I don't want to have money and not that I don't have money, but
right.
It's like it's always more been about for me like just secondary like it's always a byproduct of whatever I'm doing. It's never like, but I wish I could be a little bit more strategic with it because I definitely think there's a lot of knowledge and things and strategies I really haven't tapped into just because like kind of stresses me out a little bit. I don't know why. Like it's just not something intrigues me. Like some people are actually really like interested with money and numbers and like learning how it works for them. But like for me, it's always been like pretty dual and pretty
boring.
But if I do have any advice, I think it's pretty surface level, but I think at this young age, like you should be working on trying to establish a foundation of like things that are going to in the future kind of like start like provide you with income, whether it's maybe it might not be short-term income, but at the same time like because you're still young, you still have time to like eat shit for a little bit because you don't have as many responsibilities. Like you should be laying the foundation for certain shit that you'd like to see like grow and prosper, and that could kind of provide you with more wealth in the future, and like just kind of continuously to. But when it comes to like the money you make on your 9 to 5 and like you're not going to save yourself into wealth like that. Like you're not going to like, it's definitely good to save up to like invest into certain things and kind of start something. But most of the time, bro, like low key, I think saving is a little overrated sometimes. Yeah. In a way.
I mean, it is, bro, because I mean, you can save for fucking 10 years of your life and fucking spend it all in one day.
Yeah. And if you don't have any assets or you don't have any sort of like just what's the word? If you don't have any sort of passive income like always coming your way, then you're going to eventually spend that saved money on something like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and there's ways you can dump your money off into things like real estate, but even then like, and real estate is a good place to dump your money and just like let it sit and let it like build equity, but even then, like you see people sometimes just like one day they just fucking wake up and want to sell all their property and fucking get all this cash money and then just go crazy with the cash. But I mean, in my opinion, bro, because I fucking fluctuated with money, bro, and there's been times where I've been very frugal with my money and didn't spend a dime, and then there's times where I'm fucking balls to the wall, like don't give a shit about how much I'm gonna spend tonight. And in my opinion, bro, like I think the most important thing you could do is just like find a healthy balance. Because when I was living really frugal, like, and like being really cheap about everything, like dude, I was like counting my finances, like everything I'd spend, I was calculating like X amount, like I was budgeting, like fucking, I was setting ridiculous budgets, bro. Like, oh, like don't spend over $300, $400, $500 this month, like crazy shit, bro. Like just trying to like keep every penny in.
Yeah.
Which like. Don't get me wrong, it works, bro. Like you can accumulate a lot of money, but like if you're like suffering and you're like not like you're missing out on opportunities to like hang out with friends or people you love or things to that extent, like it's not worth it, because eventually you're gonna find a point where you're like gonna crack and you're gonna be like, oh, like I just want to spend money, like, you know what I mean, or I'm just
look at all the shit I missed out on because I was
right. You're gonna, for one, you might feel bad about it, and so then like a lot of times you're gonna try to like make up for it, and then you're gonna try to like kind of go harder. And I don't know, bro. Like, it's just, I think it's better to just keep like a healthy balance. You know what I mean? Like, set yourself some realistic expectations, save some money aside, and but don't be shy. Like, don't be scared to enjoy yourself, but also like don't like set budgets, man. Like, be real with yourself. Like, be patient with yourself, and just, you know what I'm saying? Have something that you're always gonna put to the side.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but don't be too hard on yourself, because. That
shit comes and goes.
Shit comes and goes, man.
And hopefully it comes more than it goes. You feel me?
No, but
if experienced a heartbreak, how did you overcome that and start the journey towards healing?
I think just like the inevitable, obviously. Heartbreak is going to be, hard at first. Going to be sad. But the journey to healing is just same like any other journey, bro. Like taking it day by day. Staying committed to yourself, learning how to focus on yourself, finding out what you really want, like what you really want to do, like what do you like to do, what makes you happy, and going after those things and starting to just taking it day by day, doing the little things for yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, getting ready. If you like to get ready, go get ready. You know what I'm saying? If you like to do your makeup, if you like to, play sports or work out, start doing all those things. You know what I'm saying? If you're unhappy with something in your life, start working towards, what you want to better yourself at, and start doing those things, and slowly.
Do you think it's inevitable for, not inevitable, do you think it's a pattern of, in a relationship, you having to put your own goals on hold and your own aspirations?
Not always. I think communication is key, and we all want a partner that can push us to be our best selves. But yeah, I can say that there's a lot of relationships out there that I've seen, experienced, where people put a lot of their shit to the side, like a side that they want to pursue, that they're going for, just for the sake of the relationship. They sacrifice a lot of their own time, a lot of the me time that you would initially give yourself. You're now doing it, for them, whatever they want to do, whatever makes them happy, or whatever you feel like is comfortable within the relationship. You just kind of that shit changes, and you kind of just stray off sometimes. I'm not gonna say it's always like that, but and ideally you want to be with somebody that pushes you to do, the stuff that's gonna better you, that's gonna work in your favor as far as your career or your goals or whatever you're going after. But it's not always like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they don't want you. I don't want to tell my boy's story, but I had a boy that his girl, man, she'll be on his case about work, telling him he's an entrepreneur, he takes clients, so she get on his ass, bro, telling him hey, you need to come home, we're gonna go over here, we got plans to do this, which I understand, family parties or whatever, you might have had it planned out, but I seen it on numerous occasions where she would not want him to go to work, she would want him to cut his days short, miss out on clients, and in my opinion, bro, when you're going after a goal, especially in a business where you are the business, you know what I'm saying, you provide a service to people, it's important to be available, to grow your clientele, to be able to sacrifice some time in the beginning to set yourself up later. And so I don't know, bro, I've seen it be done to where their expectations, or what you need to do to make them happy, sometimes is selling your own self short. And so that's unfortunate, but I mean, that's what it is sometimes, bro. And it's all a matter of whether you think that's worth it to you. If you think missing out on clients and money or whatever, not advancing in your career as fast is more important, if and you think your relationship is more important than that, then advancing your career and pursuing your goals, and you really want the relationship more than that, then, and if that's what makes you happy, then do that.
You think if the other partner had the same responsibilities, they'd understand?
And that's the thing. A lot of times, bro, I've seen it to where they also have their own responsibilities, but they just their schedule is aligned differently to where when they're free, they want them to be free, and it's just kind of it becomes kind of, I'm not gonna say it's always this case, but it can be very one-sided sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but it's not always like that. Sometimes, you know what I mean, it's one or the other, and sometimes it can be.
So you think there's inevitably sacrifices that you have to make?
Yeah. For sure, without a doubt, and hopefully it's not work related. Hopefully it's not something that has to do with your career or your money or what you're pursuing. But without a doubt, there's gonna be sacrifices that are gonna it's gonna take you away from something, without a doubt, inevitably.
Yeah.
So, cause relationships are hard, bro. You gotta put time into it. You gotta really take care of them, man. And it takes time, bro. It takes time and work and effort. There's gonna be times in relationships where, the other one is suffering with some type of insecurity or lack of attention, or it could be anything, dude. And because of that, you're okay, well, fuck, I'm gonna leave work early, or I'm not gonna put in as much time into my craft so I can reassure you, be there for you, show you that I'm here for you. And so it's just all what you're willing to put up or sacrifice for whatever the needs of your significant other might be.
Yeah.
It's different for everybody. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
That's crazy, dude. We were just talking to the girl in Austin, bro. She was saying like she doesn't want no kids, dude.
Yeah.
She's like all about her career, bro, and it's crazy because more women are becoming like that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy that these women don't want no kids, bro. How do you not want no babies, dude? And I've been seeing them left and right. So many women do not want kids.
Yeah.
And so, like, these girls are about their career nowadays, bro. So, shit. And shit, that's why I be feeling that pressure, boy. Like, I need that money because, man, these girls don't want no kids. And, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? You going to want my babies. You know what I'm saying? I need to be rich because you going to want my babies.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, like, that's the thing, though, is like, I have goals just as big as everybody else. But at the same time, I'm not the one carrying the child. But I want fucking kids, bro. Like, no matter
sure.
what, bro. I mean, like, that's just going, like...
The family aspect, bro, it's a beautiful thing, bro. Like, and it's a goal to have, like, just a beautiful, healthy, like, home, family. Like,
yeah.
That's a beautiful thing to have. So, you know, it's hard, bro. And it's, like, it's scary to think, like, you know, how are we going to, like, get there and create that, like, beautiful home and, you know, like...
Shit, bro, not even gonna lie. It's getting real, like, when I try to think of people around me, like, granted we're still young, but even just on the outskirts of the people I know, and, like, I don't see too many great families out there now, bro. Like,
it's fucking slim, bro. It's
fucking crazy, actually.
The 2023 is a crazy time, bro.
It's actually
like,
kind of scary.
Honestly, all the times were, like, had their own kind of craziness, like, their own sense of craziness, but I think back in the day, people were more... for sure, they were more grounded, bro. Like, people were just, like, a little bit more, like...
And selfless. I think we're much more of a selfish society now.
Yes, most definitely. Everybody's kind of just for themselves now.
Which has pros and cons, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
we still have a lot to talk about, bro.
Oh, for sure.
If only you was fucking here more often. We could bump these shits out, like, fucking 2 a week.
You think so?
Yeah, but hey, shit, we gotta do what we gotta do, and in due time, it's gonna work out,
bro. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think we still have a lot of shit to talk about. But I'm sorry if we didn't get to your questions. We will definitely put those in the bank for next time.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I really like these Q&As, man. It makes me think, and it kind of motivates me to just like kind of just start just learning more, bro. Just so I can. Just provide more at the end of the day, you know.
Give back some more.
Yeah, so.
And also give back some quality shit, you know what I mean?
Not for sure. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Yeah. Follow the man J.Curry with 3 Ys.
2 Ys.
2 Ys.
Don't get it twisted.
And yeah, man, you guys can find me on Instagram too, Diego.ram_. Yeah, man, we're just out here just really just trying to be as real as possible. That's at the end of the day. And like, we're just
transparent as
vulnerable
possible.
And we just want to help. We just want to put some good shit out. And yeah, man, hopefully
Let y'all know y'all not the only ones, man. We all go through it, and we all have our times in life where, you know, shit gets hard, shit gets fucked up.
Yeah.
But you just got to keep pushing, man. Got to keep going.
Yeah.
Can't let it stop you, man.
Yeah. And if anything we say, like, quote me on this, like, if anything we say you go against or like you don't agree with or so you see something wrong with it, like, hey, man, at the end of the day, we're still learning and we're still kind of growing as people ourselves. And
also let us know. Talk to us.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just going to say. Like, definitely share us your opinion. Not on some disrespectful shit, but we're some adults here and we like to...
we're open to, you know what I'm saying, any other opinions or other perspectives on what's going on or how y'all may feel about something, right?
Yeah. You'd actually be surprised the way you, like, come, like, just approach a certain question or bring up a certain issue, how much it actually can, like, just make an interaction that much better. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, thank you guys so much, man. It's all love.
Yeah. And y'all tap in with Offline, man. Just remember, man, it's always be you. Always be you. Yeah,
MVP.
Merch, man.
Episode 13.